Okay, so we learned that the in Arabic is either L or Il. They're both the same, it's just a pronunciation thing, and that L is typically used in Fusha, aka Modern Standard Arabic or MSA, and certain dialects as well, and certain times you will hear L. And the other one, Il, mostly used, I would say, in Levantine dialects and colloquial Arabic. So we're going to be focusing more on Il, but I do like to point out L in case you hear that. So to make an indefinite noun to a definite noun, basically all we're doing is we're adding the, right? We're talking about a specific thing. So for example, if I want to say the door, we know that the word door in Arabic is bab. Again, bab. If you didn't know that, here you go. So bab is door. To make that a definite noun, aka turn it into the door, a specific thing we're talking about, all we're doing, we're adding il. Il-bab, il-bab. Okay, with al, obviously, al-bab. Okay, and the same thing applies to the rest of the nouns. Al-kitab or il-kitab, il-maktab, so on and so forth. Now, what we're going to talk about in more detail in this video is comparing moon letters to sun letters. So I'm going to explain what these are, so let's take a look. So moon letters, in Arabic, these are called al-ahruf al-qamariyya. A moon letter is harf qamari. Harf qamari literally means moon letter. Qamar is moon. So this is in reference to the first letter of the word qamar is the qa sound. Not a ka. We do have the letter K. This is a qa. It's a little bit difficult to master at the beginning, so don't worry again if you're not getting the sound. But just so you know, so al-qa, anything starting with a qa sound, we pronounced il or al. We fully pronounced the il and al. So that's why they're kind of called harf, or this one, for example, is called harf qamari, or ahruf qamariyya, moon letters. Now, sun letters, on the other hand, sun in Arabic is shams. When I add the to the word shams, I'm not saying al-shams or il-shams, I'm saying ish-shams. So the name is in reference to the letter sheen, which is sh, sha, and anything typically starting with a sheen will basically skip the L sound and will double down on that first sun letter. So in our example, shams is sun, right? I wouldn't say il-shams, I would say ish-shams. I'm doubling down on the first letter, which is the sun letter here, and then I'm skipping the L sound. I'm not saying il at all, I'm saying ish-shams. Or I'm not saying the L, I'm not pronouncing the L sound, I'm doubling down on that first letter. A few more examples. Sayyara, which means car, I'm saying is-sayyara, I'm not saying il-sayyara. This is very important to know early on, because this will kind of differentiate the your pronunciation from someone who hasn't really studied these small things. Someone that has, that's one thing, but the other thing is also for you to start recognizing that, oh, how come they're not saying L here? So if someone says as-sayyara, you're going to understand that the sa sound is a sun letter, so we're skipping the L sound, rather than like, oh, where's the L there? I didn't hear an L. What are they talking about? So I like to point these out. This is a very important topic early on for you guys to grasp. So sun letters versus moon letters. So a few examples of moon letters. Moon letters are the easy ones, right? Just we're pronouncing everything. So bait, house, or bait in MSA pronunciation and in certain dialects. To make that a definite noun, we're saying il-bait. Maktab, which means office, il-maktab. There's no surprises, there's no confusion here, right? We're pronouncing the L, we're pronouncing the M, everything. Qamar, moon, il-qamar. Now you might be asking, okay, one, does this apply to every letter starting the B? For the most part, yes. Any moon letter is just a moon letter, and we'll pronounce the L sound, and we'll pronounce the letter as it is without doubling down. So for example, now looking at this, you know that any word starting with a B is what's called a moon letter. So if I have the word for door, which we said was bab, I'm not saying ibbab, I'm saying ilbab, because I know the B is a moon letter from bait. Now, obviously, so there is a list. And I find that even native speakers don't necessarily have the list of letters memorized off the top of their head, but we'll be able to tell you which letter is a moon letter, which is a sun letter, just by, like, we'll replay it in our head and tell you, no, this is a moon letter because we pronounce the L sound and we don't double down. Or this is a sun letter because I say, for example, at-tayyara. I don't say il-tayyara. I'm saying at-tayyara, at-tayyara. So I know the ta sound and the t sound is a sun letter, right? So it starts kind of, you can memorize the list, but what you're going to find is that over time, once you get more exposure, you're going to start seeing these patterns and saying, oh, okay, I get it. Anything with a B is a moon letter. Anything with an S, an H, a sh sound is a sun letter. Anything with a t or a ta, so light T, heavy T is a sun letter, things like that. So we're going to go through these real quick reading. So Beit, house or a house. The house, il-beit. So these are moon letters over here. Office, maktab, maktab. This can also mean desk, by the way. Maktab. And then the office, il-maktab, il-maktab. So the moon letter, the M, here the B. The word for moon, qamar. Qamar in colloquial the qa sound changes either to a or ga. In most Levantine dialects, you'll find a. In Jordan, you do find ga. So it's just important to keep in mind if you do hear il-qamar, not to get thrown off. It just depends where you are. But we're going to go with il-amar, il-amar. And these are, there's more obviously, but this is just, these are some samples. And then when we look at sun letters, so the word for sun, shams, and then the sun is shams, is shams. The sun letter here, obviously the sheen, so the sh sound, sh. Then to say car, you say sayyara, sayyara. To say the car, I'm saying is-sayyara, is-sayyara, okay? The sun letter here being the seen. We'll call it, like this letter, the S, we'll call it letter seen, harf seen, which is S. Okay, and then T or heavy T in this case, ta, but also regular T is a sun letter. So an example, tayyara, of course, in MSA, this is pronounced ta'ira, ta'ira. In spoken or colloquial, we'll say tayyara, tayyara. And then adding the il to make it the, it-tayyara, it-tayyara. Okay? We're going to point these out throughout the rest of the course. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea so that when you hear me say a word with no L, you kind of understand why. So don't worry too much about getting all of them right now. Just kind of be aware of what to use, where, and like if you hear something, to identify whether it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's a moon letter or sun letter, or he's pronouncing the L because it's a moon letter. He's not pronouncing because it's a sun letter, etc. Okay, hopefully that was clear, and I'll see you in the next video.